Hi, it's Anne here, and today's video is my 10th update for my project pan for 2024. I can't believe we're at the 10th update. This project is almost at the end. It's pretty wild. Doing this in team project pan style, so it's kind of rolling. I am doing trying to do 24 and 24, but we'll find out if we get there or not. So let's just get straight into the products. Not a great update this month, I will admit that. Didn't wear makeup a whole lot in October. Most of you will kind of be able to guess the main reason why. My poor little boy, Eeyore, unfortunately I had to say goodbye. So I wasn't wearing makeup a whole lot because I was just like, there's no point in putting it on because it's just gonna get messed up. So anyway, trying to get back into the swing of things here, and the first product that I have in the project is the iconic London Prep Set and Glow. It's supposed to be a setting spray. I don't really know if it sets things. It's more of like a refresher, like if you put a lot of powder on, it kind of like helps lessen the powdery look. We definitely have moved down. I will show you here on the screen. You can see the line of where it was, and I think based on that amount, we'll get this done probably by the skin, like right on the edge. Even if I don't get it quite done in this project, it'll be like the first week of January that this is done. But I think I can finish this by the end of this project. I don't love this product. I wouldn't repurchase it. It doesn't really do anything for me. It's not that I don't like it. It just doesn't do anything for me. So I wouldn't repurchase it. Last month it was 26.96 grams. It's now 23.33 grams. That's a difference of 3.63 grams. Next up is one of two foundations, the Missha BB Perfect Cream, BB Cream in number 22. I don't think I'm going to finish this by the end of the year. If I do, I'll be surprised. It is definitely like getting close because I've had it laying on its side, like again, with traveling stuff, and it's starting to get a bit squirty, like a bit splurty. So it's definitely like not as full, but it's hard to tell if I can actually finish this or not. I don't want to say I will, just in case I won't, and we'll just take it as a pleasant surprise if I do finish it. If I don't, I will just roll it into next year and finish it up because it's close enough. I would like to just get it done and move it on out. It's not a great shade for me. I am wearing it right now. My face still looks pretty pale compared to my arms. Didn't really notice that until I started filming, and I was wearing like a cardigan earlier. So yeah, my face is a little pale compared to the arms, but this is my face naturally. And this is just, it leans a little, I don't know, color just is a little off, but because it's a BB cream, it's not too bad. And I can make it work. But again, that's one of the reasons, like I'm not using a whole lot of it. I go very thin with it so that, again, the shade is not too much of an issue. So last month, this was 48.83 grams. It's now 45.55 grams. That's a difference of 3.28 grams. Next foundation is actually a bit of a surprise. This is the Covergirl Trublend Matte Matte, and I've been kind of picking this up a little bit more recently. I've been kind of pulling for it a little bit more. And the side that I put the marker on was kind of maybe the bad side because this is the side that you can see a little bit better as to where it's at. You can see it's pretty far down, and I was able to draw a new line. So it's hard to see it on this side because it's kind of stuck to this side a little bit, but it is very thin. Like you can see right through the gloss there that it is actually around that mark there. So we're, I'd say, pretty close to halfway done this. Obviously, it will not be finished by the end of this year. I don't know if I will roll this in immediately into next year's project or if I'll hold off, roll something else in, and pull this in later in the year. But yeah, I've been pulling this a little bit more recently, so getting a bit more use out of it. It's also a thicker product, so I feel like it's one of those ones that it goes faster than something like the Missha BB Cream. That's kind of like a hot tip. It's something I've kind of learned myself, like trying to pan a lip oil. Not easy to do because they're so thin, but if you pull like a thicker lip gloss, like a Fenty lip gloss, that's easier. So the same thing kind of goes with foundations. You pick a foundation that's got a bit more thickness to it, you're probably going to get through it faster than something that's a little bit thinner. It kind of makes sense, doesn't it? When you actually think about it, yeah, that doesn't make sense. So last month that CoverGirl foundation was 106 grams. It's now 104.13 grams. That's a difference of 1.87 grams. Next up is one of two concealers, the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in Cannelle. I was hoping this would be done by the end of the year. It's not going to happen. I have been focusing specifically, and you can kind of see it on this side. I've been kind of trying to focus on one side and like expand that one side to kind of, again, make the pan look a bit more visible, to see progress like a little bit more frequently as I'm using the products. It makes me feel a little bit better using it. But yeah, we're not going to finish this by the end of the year, unfortunately. Again, it probably will be something that I will roll in to a project early in next year because I do want to finish it out. Last month, this was 26.77 grams. It's now 26.62 grams. That is a difference of 0.15 grams. Second concealer, I didn't really focus on, but I made progress on, and I'm like, oh, I did make progress. I didn't even think I used it, but I must have. Again, this one's really hard to see. It's kind of annoying because it's so stuck to the sides. It's a very thick concealer. I feel like I'm getting really close to finishing it. I am trying to finish it by the end of the year. This one, like, I feel like this is very similar to the Wet n Wild. It's got that same sort of smell to it. Where it's very chemically, it's almost paint-like. And I don't think that's it being bad. I think that's just the way it is. And yeah, I don't know if I'd repurchase this though. It's definitely a little more high coverage than what I like, but it's not bad. I've been more or less using it more like a foundation-y, like no foundation. I've definitely leaned away from using concealer like under the eyes. The older I get, and I think this is just something with the wrinkles under my eyes, like putting concealer just emphasizes that. So I tend to just put concealer like right in the corner here, like where it gets like a little dark, and then that is it. Like I try not to go all the way across because it just gets stuck in the wrinkles, makes them look drier and like crepier. So yeah, I feel like concealer is something like when you see the people doing the big, like I've never done, like I've never been able to do that and make it look good. And I think that's just, it's an age thing. So I feel like concealer is one of those products that I can see myself. I have a ton right now, and it'll be a product I feel like I am going to move away from. The only reason why I have a ton right now is because I'm constantly trying them, thinking I'm going to find something magical in them, and I'm not going to find something magical in them. I think I found a couple that I really like, and maybe I'll try one here or there, but like this like concept of like I was going to do some concealer testing, like why? Like it's just not, to me there's no point because it doesn't really serve a great purpose in my collection. Like today I didn't even put it on under the eyes, I don't think. I usually don't. I usually just take a little bit of my like foundation and kind of just tap it up into the corner, and then that's it. Like just try and keep it light and easy. Otherwise it just looks too heavy and just emphasizes what I don't want to emphasize. So anyway, last month this was 25.18 grams. It's now 25 grams even. That's a difference of 0.18 grams. Next up is my powder. I thought I could have finished this, and I didn't. It might be finished by next month. It is so, I can see it really, really well, but I don't think you'll be able to see it on camera. I don't think it's going to be able to focus sort of in the packaging super well. It even focuses at all. Let's try and focus on it, camera. You can see, like, that's all there is. There's just that little tiny little bit there. And, like, it's kind of more on this side. Like, I kind of shook it more on this side. Like, it's so, there's so little in there. I could be finished it by next month. If not, this definitely will be finished by the end of the year, which, you know, awesome. I will have another product finished, and I'm ready for this to be out of my collection. I've had this since 2019, so it'll be nice to move this along. It's just not the right shade. I did lighten it a little bit. I added Wet n Wild powder to it. It's still not enough though. It's definitely still a little deep, so I do have to go again sparingly with it. So that's what's taken so much longer with this product. So last month this was 40.33 grams. It's now 39.4 grams. That's a difference of 0.93 grams. The bronzer that I've been working on is the Buxom Staycation Vibes Primer-Infused bronzer in the shade Rooftop Tan. And this is still going, but I'm not really focusing on it. I've been using my Partners in Cream NARS one. I've been using my Pan That Palette one, which is like the little Color Workshop one. This one I just kind of use occasionally, just trying to make a dent in it. It would be nice to like kind of work that pattern off, but it's taking a while. And I notice I use this, I swirl my brush in, but I must swirl it in a very specific way where it's definitely like if you feel it, it's going down right here, like right on this little spot right here. I don't know why that is, but that's where it's going down first. So it is like getting some use. And actually you can see that with the pattern, I think. So you can see like the pattern's worn off mostly sort of up here on this side, right up in here. Well, it's hard to do this backwards. Right along that side. So right around here, you can kind of see that's where the pattern is definitely dissipating the most or the fastest. So, you know, we're just kind of working at it, and it is what it is. Like, I'm not really rushed about it. I'm not going to bother rolling out and working on another one. I'm just going to kind of keep playing with this one, but I might still pull other bronzers. Like, I just wanted to make some progress on this one. All of my bronzers are like full, like this one. So probably not going to finish a bronzer next year. Actually, the only thing I could maybe finish a cream bronzer. Actually, no, the NARS one, I'm probably not going to finish a bronzer next year. This year or next year. Did I finish a bronzer this year? No. I don't even think I finished one this year. Yeah. Bronzer finishing is just not really happening. Yeah, I'm looking at my list here. No, because I rolled out the Too Faced bronzer. So maybe I'll roll that in, and like I could maybe get that finished next year. I don't know. We'll see. We gotta stay focused on this year. Still not done this year. So last month this was 90.56 grams. It's now 90.36 grams. That's a difference of 0.2 grams. Next up is my highlighter. So I did take out the blush. Like I finished the Tarte blush, but I didn't roll in a new blush because I am using my lipstick as a blush. So I just didn't want to compete with that. So we're moving on to highlighter. This is the custom highlighter. Again, not sure how well you can see this. Sorry, my nose is itchy. There is a bit of a dip in there. I don't know how well that shows up on camera. I would love to hit pan on this by the end of the year. I am hoping I can. It's hard to tell. I don't know how far away I am. I can see the ridge of the inner ring on the metal underneath. So that might poke through. We might get to that by the end of the year, and I would be happy with that. Again, I've talked about this as a custom highlight. I repanned a bit of the Rimmel Stardust highlight and the Carli Bybel highlights from the second edition of her palette. So last month this highlighter was 6.56 grams. It's now 6.59 grams. It's now 6.56 grams. That's a difference of 0.03 grams. Very tiny. Didn't really use that one a whole lot, but we got some use out of it. We do have an empty. We have an empty this month. So even though everything's very slow going, we do have an empty. This guy, which last update, that was pretty much like pretty on par for finishing this. Now you're gonna look at it and be like, but it's not completely empty. But like you can still see a bit of a, whoa, I'm almost dropping a palette there. Don't lean on the palette. You can still see it's kind of a nub on there, but it's too close to the outer edge for me to use without like really kind of poking myself in the eye. And then I had used it a few times, like sort of as flat as I could on the lid as like a shadow base, but I have to, like, it's so stiff. Like if I do this on my hand, it's fine. I can press down, but I can't press down on my eyelid like that. So it's just like really difficult to use. So I've kind of just like called it. And the other thing that makes me sad about this product is you kind of look at it, it's like, oh, you're finished, but oh, it's not going to fall out now, of course, but there's like, there's still like a huge amount of product left. But I can't turn it up anymore. Like, that's it. So we're calling it. I had this for a long time. This might have even been a pre-channel item, like 2017, somewhere around there. I know I got this in a kit. Might have been 2016. So this guy is done. We're calling it. Last month it was 12.18 grams. I only went down a tiny bit, 12.17 grams. So it's just a difference of 0.01 grams. But in total, in this project, and you can see on the top there, like I've used this in a couple different projects. So it was quite long for me to finish. And in total, just in this project, where I think it was about halfway, I used 0.79 grams. So we're really, really happy with that. Next up is Yield Eyebrow Pencil. This guy is just... it is what it is. I apologize if my camera is not focusing on my face. I can't tell if it's focusing or not. I feel like it's having issues seeing that my face is right here. I know I'm very pale today, but we just came home. I didn't even I repowdered my face just so I wasn't shiny, and I just came home and started filming. So anyway, Yield Winky Luxe. It is very tiny. We've got the little list of nubs, but that won't be finished by the end of the year. I'd be shocked I would be pleasantly surprised but shocked if I actually finish this by the end of the year. Again, the weight never changes on this. It's always 9 grams. I do weigh it though every month because it helps. It's like a litmus test. Is my scale is my scale working? And if it's 9 grams, I'm like, yep, we're still working. So yeah, so that's definitely, it's moving, but very slowly, but it's still moving. So again, that's gonna be like, it's gonna be a weird time. It'll be so exciting when that's finished, but then it'll be like, now what do I do with my life? I finished my Winky Luxe brow pencil. Like, I've had it for so long. Again, might be a pre-channel product, and I've had it in projects since like my channel started. Like, you've come a long way with me, baby. Like, this has been a journey. Next up, Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue. I've been kind of playing with this a little bit more this past week. I've started using it like the tiniest amount. I was not using it at all for a while, kind of forgot about it, and I'm like, no, let's get back into using it. And I'm trying to use it just like a regular eyeshadow primer. Before I was kind of using it like only if I was using like a very glittery or shiny shadow. Now I'm just using it, which I think it worked really well. Like, I did my eye makeup 10 hours ago about, and it's still there. So I think just trying to remember to use this is a good idea. It's definitely keeping my eye makeup looking pretty fresh for most of the day. So last month this was 10.11 grams. It's now 10 grams even. That's a difference of 0.11 grams. My lip balm, the Blistex Lip Medix, it's going a little slow. I will not finish this by the end of the year. I'm kind of looking at it, and I think you could say I'm halfway through if I kind of show you like the edges there. It's maybe a little over halfway through, but we're about halfway through. So I don't think, maybe almost 2/3 of the way through, but it's definitely not going to get finished by the end of the year. I don't see that happening, and I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to push it. I would like to finish it, but it's not going to happen. So again, this is another product that will probably just continue to roll through, and I'll finish it when I finish it. I have been using it a little bit more recently. Again, the heating has been turned on in my building, which it's 21 degrees the past couple days here. So like, yeah. Turn the heating on, 21 Celsius, so I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. But like, everything's dry now. Like, my throat feels dry, my skin feels dry because the heating's been turned on. I don't even have the heat on, but it just comes in through like the doorway and stuff. So yeah, I have been using this a little bit more again with just the dryness of like, it's colder outside, although not right now. But it has been in the morning. Like last week, I had to pull out the like fall winter jacket that's like, I can wear it like most way through the winter except for the really cold weather, because it was like 3 degrees, felt like 1. And I was like, we got to put that jacket on. So like, I try and avoid it as long as possible. Anyway, tangent. This guy was 17.47 grams. It's now 16.87 grams. So that's a difference of 0.64 grams. Next up is my lipstick. This is the Bite Amuse Bouche lipstick in Pepper. I would love to finish this by the end of the year. I've been using it as a blush. I don't have it on right now because, well, I do sort of. Like this morning I put it on, but then I repowdered my face, so it's kind of covered it up. And I did throw a little bit of powder blush over top because I repowdered my face. But anyway, it would be really, really awesome. Let's put it on my lips right now. I'm really pale right now, so I feel like we could use a little bit of color. Hopefully that doesn't get on my teeth or there's like any weird things, because that's going to be like that for the rest of this video. But there we go. Used a little bit of this guy. So yeah, I have been using it more as a blush to get through it, and not just a lipstick. And I think that's definitely helping this speed through a little bit faster, but we're going to be tight to finish this. I don't think it will be finished, but we'll be very close. Again, we'll probably end up rolling this into a project next year so that I can finish it out, because I would love to finish this. I love this lipstick. It's a beautiful color. Had a hard time kind of using it in the summertime there, but I feel like this season right now, like it's much more easier to wear this in the fall for me. So last month this was 7.22 grams. It's now 7.18 grams. That's a difference of 0.04 grams. The next product, where is it? Right here. Should have more usage, but again, it's one of those products that if I don't use it, we don't get through it. I'm trying to use it a little bit more. Sorry, that's the I just have like a dirty finger. I have nothing around me to like wipe it off with. So we're just living with a dirty finger. So this is my hand cream from Bath & Body Works. It's in the restorative. Actually, it's a pretty strong scent, which I was surprised about. I'm kind of annoyed at, and now I know that. So at least I know, like, buy a scent that you like. Don't just, all the ones that are just like restorative or like hydrating still have a scent. Like, I thought it would be scentless, although like Bath & Body Works, do they have anything that's scentless? I don't know. Or no scent. So anyway, this will be finished by the end of the year, I'm pretty sure. I know I'm getting close to it. I don't think it'll be finished by next update. I think next update's going to be a pretty wah-wah. Nothing's going to be finished by next update, or if there is like one or two things. So it's really going to be like a photo finish, big finale for this project. But that makes it exciting, right? So anyway, the update on this, on the weight, last month was 19.77 grams. It's now 17.73 grams. That's a difference of 2.04 grams. I've surprised myself by keeping this in the project. I am wearing it right now. It is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. It's fine. Like, again, I like my lashes. What do you guys think? They're not exciting. Again, this has been on for 10 hours. Normally, before I refilm, I'll try and like put a little bit on, but I didn't even do that this time. I was just like, let's just get filming. And I feel like they look fine. Again, I've very mindful, I wouldn't call them demure, but very, like, as I say, non-offensive mascara. It's been easy to wear. I think it just looks fine with a lot of my daily looks. So I wouldn't repurchase this though. Like, I don't love it enough. Like, if I'm gonna go for mascara, I probably would purchase one of the Essence ones or my Lash Paradise, which is my favorite one. I don't think I would purchase this one. And I want to try other ones. I'd like to try like the Telescopic, Firework. Like, there's so many other ones. Like, this year I did not do a mascara testing. I did kind of skip it because I was kind of overwhelmed by that. I've done it every year up until this year. And it's a lot of mascara to test and a lot of mascara to finish and get through. So I needed a little bit of a break from that, but keep your eye out. Just made a pun, didn't realize it. I did, as I said it. Sorry, laughing at my own jokes. That's terrible. So yeah, keep your eye out for, I will do another drugstore mascara video next year for sure. I really want to do one. So, because there's a lot that I haven't tried out that I'd really like to give a good go of. So, last month, this was 22.87 grams. It's now 22.69 grams. That's a difference of 0.18 grams. The next product is just a dud. I think I'm going to declutter it, but we're going to keep it in the project for now. I didn't use it. I lost it again. How many times have I lost this product? Like, I feel like that's just a sign. It's just a sign. It's also like, the little thing just like comes right out. It's so dry. Like, so dry. I have to press so hard to get any color out of it. And I don't love the way the color looks on me. It's okay. It works pretty well with this lipstick at least. So, but again, like anything, you have to use it. And I just have not been using it because I lost it. It's the, I didn't even say it was. It's the Colourpop lip liner in Contempo. I've had this for a really long time as well. I think it's just like, it's dried out. It's not great. It's not fun to use. And again, we'll keep plugging away at it. There's no point in not. It's only 2 months. Again, it's only 2 more updates. So there's no point in rolling this out, rolling something new in. We're just going to keep going with it. But very unexciting. So the weight didn't change. It was 3.72 grams, still 3.72 grams. Next up is my little Carli Bybel single shadow. This was from the Carli Bybel Deluxe Edition. I'll throw the side-by-side up. You'll definitely be able to see this is going down. I think I'll finish this potentially by next month, but if not, it will be finished by the end of the year. So that's another thing that will be done by end of year. It's a lovely shade. It's what I have on my eyelids today. It's the main shade on my eyelids. I did put a little bit of the other 2 shades, the inner corner and outer corner, from my duo, from my that palette, the Pixie. So the inner corner might be looks a little bit brighter because that's the lighter color, but the main lid color is this. And it's a really pretty, easy, everyday kind of eyeshadow. Like, I wear this to work and I think it looks fine. I mean, it might be a bit much for some people, but I think it's pretty, so I wear it. So last month that shade was 1.03 grams. It's now 1.01 grams. Just a difference of 0.02 grams. We're probably not going to see much of a weight change on it at all. Once we get down to that 1 gram-ish, the weight of the actual package is about 1 gram. So I think it's like 0.98 grams 0.99 grams, so we probably won't see much of a weight change from here on out, but at least visually we'll be able to see a change with that product. And then our final product is this, which it's like, this will be super easy to use. I used it once. As you can see, I'm into like dark stuff right now. Like I've been wearing dark nails and I want to wear dark nails. Like it's spooky season. I want to wear dark nails. This is not spooky season. So I have this on my toes right now, but I think, you know, next couple months I'll be able to use this a little bit more. But I've been wanting to wear color. Like why? I pick like this because I was like, I don't really want to wear color. And then I picked the non-color one. I'm like, I don't want to wear color now. I make no sense. But yeah, I definitely, I was watching, is it Jessica Lee's video, and then somebody else had a video that I was watching. It might have been Penny and stuff. Somebody had there's 2 nail polish videos I watched recently, and I'm like, oh, I'm so inspired. I'm going to do a nail polish project pan next year. I'm also going to do a lip project next year. I'm going to get over, it's not really about finishing stuff in the lip project, and not necessarily finishing nail polishes, at least not rapidly, but I want to do a project to like focus on getting some progress, getting some use, visible use out of some items in those categories. So yeah, I used this once. So last month this was 36.49 grams. It's now 36.3 grams. That's the difference of 0.19 grams. And this is getting like, it's one of those ones like, I'm not sure if it's moved down or not, and I don't think I'll be able to tell going forward. I thought I'd be able to draw a new line on it, but I think this is going to be like the other two where it actually is moving down, but you just can't tell anymore because of where it's sitting in the bottle. So that is it. Whew, that is my 10th update. I feel like not a great month. Like things are moving. Maybe not super fast. I could have had more progress on a lot of these items. And like I said, with Eeyore, I was just like, you know what? Like I went a whole week without wearing makeup at all. And then there was the one day I'm like, okay, we've got to like try. And like I put the makeup on. And then like 30 minutes later, I'm like, you can't mess this up. And I'm like, no, just wash it off. Like forget it. It's not happening. But we're, you know, I am wearing makeup every day now. Still having moments of like, it's hard. Like it's hard and it's, you know, it's not. Like I don't want to say it's not hard. Like that's not the right word, but I'm okay. Like people are like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm okay. I am sad. I miss him. It's bringing up a whole lot of other feelings. You know, like missing Harley and like loss in my family and like things like that. Makes you think about a lot of things in life. I think I might do a little get ready with me and just do a little catch up of things. That might be the best thing to do. Otherwise, I'm going to sit here and talk for like 10 minutes and we're done the main objective of this video. So if you like this video, feel free to do a little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.